The rules are simple. Rock beats scissors, scissors cuts paper, paper covers rock, and bombs go boom! I'm a game developer, and I wanted to solve the 5 big problems with rock, paper, scissors. Because 17 years ago, I made a rock, paper, scissors game, and it just never seemed right to me that it's just a game of chance. Though I do like that I can play with or against myself, that's definitely a bonus. So I combined rock, paper, scissors with this skill game, added leveling, made it multiplayer, and of course, added explosions. This is how I made rock, paper, scissors, boom. We'll fix rock, paper, scissors piece by piece. But what started all of this is when I looked back at one of my first games from 2008. It's based on an episode of the Alex and Lexis Show, a web series I made with my friend, Lexis. I'm the Alex.
Ninvone.
You freak me out.
At the start of the episode, we played rock, paper, scissors. Well, kind of. My character doesn't know how to play.
Rar.
The gameplay itself is extremely simple, as you'd expect, but it does display a series of secrets if you win more times than you lose. The first secret simply states that the opponent isn't rigged, which is true, but I'll explain why that's a major issue for fixing rock, paper, scissors in a minute. But another secret is to brush your teeth, and that laughing adds years to your life. I like that one. And the very last one is a link to a secret hidden sequel to the maze game. But here's the thing. Because the game is completely random, in order to see all 13 secrets, you have to play on average 182 games. And each game takes on average 22 rounds. So that's an average of 4,004 rounds of rock, paper, scissors to just get this one tip. And just to prove that it's completely random, I played over 1,515 rounds of rock, paper, scissors. I won 50.03% of the rounds, so I hope that's proof enough. I got to secret 8 out of 13. You might think, well, yeah, this is playing against a computer, a complete roll of the dice. When you play rock, paper, scissors against real people, well, the trick is to read your opponent or manipulate their choices. So we could bring this type of nuance into the computer opponent. Basically, there are a bunch of different predictors to your next move. For example, say you're playing against someone who made this sequence of plays. People tend to start with rock more often, so unless your opponent knows this, you can try to get an early win by playing paper. In this example, it seems like they're playing paper most often and scissors least often, so you could take that into account. And if you're looking at it as a pattern, it seems to alternate between paper and something else. So their next move is most likely to be scissors or rock. And lastly, you could consider if they're actually responding to your moves. In this example, they copied your last move almost every single time. So if you combine all of these observations, you have much higher confidence that they're going to throw scissors next. So that is all kind of the basics of Dan Agnor's rock, paper, scissors bot, which is nicknamed iocane powder, after a particular scene in The Princess Bride, where a man must predict which cup is poisoned. He completely overanalyzes the situation, just like the bot.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going!
The mind-reading machine that Claude Shannon invented in 1953 is the earliest example of a real-time human prediction computer, and apparently it was pretty good. There are similar versions you could play in the browser. See, this kind of concept seems to fit the spirit of rock, paper, scissors without changing it too much, but I think there's got to be a way to enforce the use of strategy through the rules of the game themselves. So my solution is, instead of trying to manipulate probability at all, let's make it entirely skill-based. Basically, I'll show you exactly what you're playing against, and you just have to memorize it. Now's your time. Pay close attention, dear viewer. Just do your best. All right, here's the items. Don't forget them. My usual strategy is to watch one of them with my eyes and a second one with my mind. If I can get one of them, then I know for a fact I can get at least another without losing. All right, it's paper, rock, and scissors. Did you get it right? If so, good job. And if not, then don't worry, there's more chances. But yeah, this was definitely a good enough demo for me to feel like there's something here. So already skill and strategy are involved, which is good. And so I started drawing the pixel art. in black and white because color can obviously be added at the end, right? And I started with single player because obviously multiplayer is just one line of code that you throw in at the end, right? Drawing hands is notoriously not easy, but the cool thing is I have a reference on me at all times, 2 even. I also tried a unique dithering technique, which involves only using a small set of 2x2 blocks of pixels, rather than just single pixels. It looked cool to me, but ultimately I figured it's an art style that just doesn't make sense for this game. Maybe for a different project though. For this project, I'm coding it in the Haxe programming language, which is cool because it allows me to compile the game to JavaScript and C++ and many other languages natively, which means I could reuse and adjust my game code to run both for the game itself and for the multiplayer server. Plus I could easily deploy for web, desktop, and mobile if I wanted to. All right, with that, I got the basics in pretty quickly. Items, shuffling, making a selection. I love the animation when you get it wrong. It's so extra. So let's keep going. Let's add lives, some particles, and a score. It bounces. So I have an idea. What if there was a bomb? The stakes get immediately way higher because you really can't lose track of it. Plus, in like multiplayer, you could theoretically leave multiple cups on the table for your opponent to deal with, hoping that they didn't actually pay attention to when you played. That's devious. And it had some nice strategy, so I like it. This means we need a state for picking a cup. And also an outline effect, which is just 4 copies of the recolored sprite, moved 1 pixel up, down, left, and right. Somehow I messed that up. Yeah, it looks cool though. After fixing that, I added defeated items and a button to end the round. Okay, each round I can increase the difficulty by adding more items, increasing the speed, and making it shuffle more times. So rock, paper, scissors has progression now. And now for the bomb. Arguably the most important improvement ever made to rock, paper, scissors. It'll come in on stage 2 as a 4th item, and then we just need a cool explosion animation. All right, viewer, are you ready for round 2? Think you can pay attention to all 4 items this time? You're playing against me now. Good luck. All right, I know for sure that the bomb is here, and then I followed with my mind that the rock was over here, but I just didn't remember which of these 2 was paper or scissors. But I can't lose if I choose scissors. Okay, now I know for a fact that this last one is paper. So how did you do this time? All right, so after adding an end screen, and of course a title screen, I think we're ready to tackle the unfinished business of adding color to the game and making it multiplayer. For colors, so the size of the game is 160 by 144, which is the same as the Game Boy, so why not use the Game Boy colors? It's recognizable and cozy. Unfortunately, the original Game Boy only has 4 shades, or well, actually worse than that, 3 plus transparency, and the art I drew kind of needs 6. But now I've landed on a sort of blue and yellow theme. I think the complementary colors looks pretty nice. My favorite asset, though, is the bomb. But you might think, hey, wait, that uses more than 3 colors. And you'd be right, except the Game Boy actually allows you to stack 2 sprites on top of each other, so the wick and sparkle are actually separate. Maybe if you guys like how the game turns out, I can port it to run on an actual Game Boy Color. All right, now, the last thing I need to do is add the line of code that makes it multiplayer. Multiplayer equals true. Okay. And there we go. 2 players can connect over the internet to engage in a battle of skill and strategy. What? All right. Fine. It's not just 1 line of code to add multiplayer. It actually doubled the lines of code in the project. But I didn't have to duplicate any of the code for the server. Instead, I simply extended the game logic depending on where it was running. The player's version, the client, reports player actions to the server and reacts to server commands. The server version listens to player actions and then forwards its decisions to all of the players. And then there's a single player module, which really doesn't do anything. It just adds a single player. But also, I added a lobby, had a second set of UI for the second player, and I flipped the UI animations, and I drew another set of hands. Hi. And of course, we can't forget about sound effects and music. And now, I will play the game against a friend of mine for the first time. And for those of you at home, play along to see if you would beat me. Alright, so I have my friend SomeRandev here. Hi.
What is up? What is happening? Why am I here?
Welcome to Rock, Paper, Scissors, Boom.
Okay.
I'm sending you a link.
Okay.
Hopefully it should connect. Aha, I see you. You're P2.
What if I want to be P1? Are we competing? I want to beat you.
I want to beat you. Alright, watch closely.
Okay. Okay.
Now we're playing against it. So,
Okay, I got it. You got this?
I think I got this.
Oh, no. Oh, that's how it works?
This is how this works. Are you ready for it to be your turn?
Thank God you went first. My demo was about to do like paper to paper, rock to rock. Okay.
I'm just gonna send it over to you.
Okay. Paper, scissors, rock. All right. So I just need to track two of them, really. Paper and scissors. And then I'll know where rock is. Oh, it's so fucked. Oh, it's so fucked. Oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't looking good. This is not looking good.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so
what's your first move?
I hit X. I choose scissors.
Oh no.
Okay. No, that means okay.
Okay, nice
then
recovery.
That means last one is scissors. Communities rock. Okay. 2 points.
It's my turn.
I feel like yours was easier.
Are you ready for a new element?
Is that a bomb?
Yes, it's a bomb.
I don't pay attention here, right? You're doing this?
You might want to pay attention at some point.
If you... Okay. Okay.
In fact...
What's happening? What's happening?
Do you remember which one was the bomb? I'm sending it over to you.
No, I wasn't paying attention. I see your game. I see. Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Okay. I was so enthralled by that, I wasn't even paying attention to what just plopped down. Oh my god! Okay, we have to go again for this. I'm not...
That's fine. We can do that.
I'm gonna bomb myself right now. Oh
did?
my god!
Alright, let's try this again.
Rock, paper, okay.
Oh no, it went so fast. Alright, now it's on me. I thought the bomb was here.
What are you gonna do?
This is what I thought was a bomb. So I'm just going to do everything else. No!
Let's go!
Alright.
Okay.
Fresh slate. I gotta pay attention now.
Okay, I got this. I'm gonna win this.
Good luck.
Okay, I have a technique. So I know this is scissors, which means I need rock to beat it.
Beautiful.
So now that I have 3 left that I don't know what they are, I just have to hope for the best.
You should definitely pay attention to the bomb.
I'm gonna go. I know I don't have to use rock because I just broke the scissors, which means I either use paper or scissors. So I'm gonna use scissors. Okay,
Beautiful.
okay, and then now I know I need to use rock on one of these.
Oh.
Oh my god, I was cooking though!
Great strategy, but the luck got you.
I was cooking. Okay. Okay, I see the game. Can we go again?
It was actually a lot of fun. We ended up playing 3 games, and we started learning strategies to use against each other.
I know one of the middle one is paper.
The middle one's
I know
paper?
that. Yeah.
You like to pay attention to the scissors and papers, don't you?
Oh.
Also, SomeRandev makes Haxe games too on YouTube and Twitch. Well, guys, what do you think? Is my skill-based version of rock, paper, scissors better for playing over the internet? Or is the original just too sacred to be replaced? I don't know. Check out Rock, Paper, Scissors, Boom on my website and subscribe. See you next month.